Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Gupta. Yes, the Gupta Empire is still strong. Still alive, it's still going strong. In which we had a big revolt in the previous episode, which was almost a near disaster. I would add we almost averted that. Where we could have seen some independent kingdoms around and thus undermining everything that our predecessors have worked on. But we still have much work to do, such as going areas like southern India, in places like Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, and eventually, go parts of west central India, in places like Malwa, Rajputana, and Gujarat, and eventually the rest of Punjab and Sindh, so we can form the empire titles eventually of the Deccan Empire and Rajasthan. That's our major goal so far. But, however, in Mughad, we fought this civil war very hard, and it's going to take a long time for, all of this to recover, as far as manpower and strength is concerned. I mean, the empire looks strong now, but most of our strength comes from our vassals. And I thought about saving up some money to increase the retinue size, since I think they're probably going to be the most reliable thing when it comes to dealing with revolts, especially the defense retinue. And also, you may have noticed, as I just noticed, that birthday's coming up, that I'll be turning 18 soon, and so I just decided to give a facial hair on this character anyways, because if the character was born attractive or groomed, I would not have the facial hair. So, decided I went with, a little mustache and if you look closely at me, it almost looks like a beard that's kind of bit in rows, but anyways. He's a nice guy. Well, he's cruel, but he's trying to reject cruelty. He's just trying to learn to reject hate. And by the way, I found out reject hate means to get rid of that Roth trait. Reject cruelty is for that. And if you succeed, you get some karma, which you need 500 karma to start a subjugation war. And if I was to subjugate somebody, it'll likely be Gujarat, because it's got a good number of counties, or thikanas, that's needed for the creation of the Empire of Rajasthan, which we control 42% of it. To be exact, 40 out of 94. So far, you're winning this war. Which apparently you're going after them to subjugate, Rajputana, I assume? Yeah, you can get that done. In fact, Gujarat wants to subjugate Malwa. That's what they're after. We shall see. And at some point we gotta get down there and get the Kingdom of Tamilakam. And getting this kingdom would also take some time, but fortunately we do have a landed character who has a claim on Vingi, just for starters, but allied with Tamilakam. So keep that well in mind until we recover. Well, then that's your fault, and I'm ignoring that, unless they raid close to here, because we know this place has been raided, and it's going to take quite a bit of time to recover until the garrison's whole. So this is going to be a post-war recovery period. Recently been crowned. I have my lover, who is also my wife, also commander, and therefore part of the Imperial Guard, because she's not a landed character. So I found someone who is just as good as a fighter as I am. She is tall and agile. But if she can get rid of paranoia and not become a lunatic, I'll be fine too. How's the old man? Well, he's gonna take over soon. I was thinking about inviting him. Just say, hey, you wanna come serve the country? But I realize he's not that good at skills. Also, I just remembered something. If these guys are still around. Yeah. Any not landed characters who are not married? Particularly him. Since he's a bastard. Or him. He's younger. The reason I say this is because, you know, it's just a thought of, it's like, hey, why don't we invite this guy over here so we can use it? Because look, this is an active bloodline, and of course we're not Zoroastrian, so we won't get this. But a little more combat skill, a bit more prestige, and some Iranian opinion from those next door. It could help. So come here. Offering you my prestige. This always works. I don't have the money to bribe you, even if I were to do it, but if you don't accept, I understand. It's just an attempt. Right now, these factions are friendly except for tradition, but I'm sure he'll come around. And I know some of you folks don't like the fact that the Crown Authority is high. But we'll put it back up to the max, if we wish to. It does increase the domain size, but the minimum levy contributions... Again, this is needed because we need the Empire to be strong. But again, the Council's not allowed to initiate voting for this type, because the word is the law, and that's the way it's going to be. And it's going to be a long time before we get to the Majesty focus. I know that. Okay, we got a lot of work to do. So it's like, yes, everybody's happy. The country is saved and all. What? They're not going to like this. Now, what do you say? And yet they call you the mule. Yes, we increased the Crown Authority and all that. But if you've got a problem with that, because, you know, you've earned your release. But the others have not. Until they pay up. And of course, my love, since you like it so much, and since you got this great skills of martial, which is a rarity in this world, so I have to ask for your assistance, since our domain's military's been beaten up and needs to be recovered. So my soldiers could learn a thing or two from my wife. She hails from there, and even though that was when we were chasing the enemy rebel army away. And all that. So now you're my best friend. But soon we gotta get rid of this man. But dueling a man who was the Neograntha... Yeah, was the Neograntha would call me Priest Hater, and I don't want to have that as a nickname. Cannot take revenge. I could put a bounty on his head. If I have the money, of course. Yeah, I mean, I once put a bounty on a guy, and maybe I'm gonna be that kind of person. So I have high stewardship, gonna make a lot of fortune. This is how I'm gonna solve my problems. Just put a bounty on a guy. Forget about dueling yourself, you're already a great fighter. No one can challenge you. And speaking of business, as member of the Great Trade League, they tell me to get a warehouse. I know I can't afford the money, but... Oh yeah. I remember. There was a market crash that my mother was able to provide, including all of the Feudal Lords Alliance. So, as much as I'd like to do business, it seems we came in at a bad time. Huh. And I'm sure many of them are mad at me. No, just religious differences. Absolute Crown Author. You live here? No. No, I don't. So that means, well then, this is interesting. You know, my mother was the one that helped the Feudal Lords Alliance, and it caused a market crash, for next 6 years from now, that's how much time left. But since I'm her successor, I still have control of the market, despite the fact that I'm a member of the Great Trade League. And once the economy recovers, so their influence. So I guess it would not be wise to go to a market because the assets will cost a lot. Yeah, they're the ones that lost the Great Trade War, and my mother did that. Forgot about that. Now, I'll see too if we can save some money. Oh, from that School of Philosophy. Hey, need a designated regent. You'll do, since you're a fellow Buddhist. Asking for a loan also costs that much assets. And kind of hard to do it these days. Kind of makes me not want to do any missions at all until I rank up. It'll be much easier. Of course, my guru, who's an Imperial bureaucrat. Very proficient in numbers and the art of government. Well, since I brought you here, and once I get some wealth, then I want him to tutor me, since I could never afford the luxury of going to an Imperial Academy and all that. But you'll get it in 2 months. My wife has accepted my order to improve the realm's military readiness. It is a daunting task, even for the most experienced generals. I have every confidence that she'll be able to succeed. I have every confidence in her abilities. Yeah, we requested help, but you still love me no matter what. Ah, excellent. Welcome. I have to pay the expenses. There's the reason why I brought you here for. You are going to marry her. And while you're at it... Whew! Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Matrimony married for the bloodline. She can have children of her own too. I don't think they're gonna get along, since he's zealous Hindu and he being a Sunni Muslim. Especially Hindus would hate the fact that it says like to the traditional Hindus, that they'll be like, "Hey, you are marrying somebody that is not of the caste. You are marrying an untouchable. That's low caste." Well, we're only doing this for the bloodline. But hey, I'm the Buddhist. These traditionals are just gonna say, you know, they're this for Delhi. Again, I'm trying to get rid of cruelty so I can change. And make some money because I wish to be tutored. There it is. It's from the Silk Road. Just about even. Teach me philosophy. That's something I want to know from you. It's been a while since we had a ruler that follows a certain philosophy, if any at all. Don't need to go to no local great monastery. And I can't afford to go to Imperial Academy because I'm not a landed character anymore. You are the ruler. And of course that negative prestige ain't gonna do well. Which I believe there are ways to get prestige. Just go on a tiger hunt. Go do little things. And all that. Fortunately, since it's still in a golden age, and that's how we make our fortune. Let me send you somebody, if you can. Oh yeah, that guy who came over here. Don't have anything for him. So, here's the grace. Now, request a trade contract. By requesting the Imperial seal, our trade posts will attract merchants from far and wide to trade in exotic goods. Having an Imperial trade contract will boost the value of my Silk Road trade posts by 100% for 25 years. You got it. The Heavenly Nagadahai, the Emperor Duzong of the Yan Empire, generously granted your request. A royal seal has been delivered denoting the status of the Gupta Empire as the favored state for imperial goods. Splendid. So, yes, we do own a few trade goods, but who owned by the Samrat is through me. So I'm the owner of 2 of these things. And there's a potential trade post. Which reminds me. We can improve this further. Just to increase the trade value and the rock wealth. Because we can't make money off of resources anymore. God has granted Duke Aldobrandino a full victory in the crusade for Jerusalem. Caliph Talib has been beaten at every turn through the war. He has finally had to give up on his holdings in Jerusalem. The Duke has granted the new lands of Jerusalem to Floated but it's a Lombard name, I think. The Pope has made an announcement about the victory and virtues of the Crusaders as true faithful protectors of the faith. With Muslims being pushed out of their old lands, there are certainly more conflicts to come. Even though it says cursed infidels, all I can say is congratulations, even though we have no contact between each other. Oh, it's a Saxon, excuse me. That's whom they chose as the Crusader King? An imbecile? That's quite a couple you chose. Uh-huh. Er. For those that threaten independence, we'll put them down. The wound servant. After the Battle of Golpara, where... Oh, over here. It has been my duty to inform the families of the fallen soldiers of their fate. At night, I still see hatred in the burning eyes of a teenage daughter. I know it's not my fault, but I've destroyed their lives. Had enough of these feelings. By Brahma, I'll punch somebody. I'll become wrathful and stressed. Stress is not good, so you better get rid of it before it's gonna mess with me mentally. And also, it's kind of a bit premature to go out and seek some rest as another way of getting rid of stress. Plus, you gotta have a competent regent, which is him. Give you another title, just to ensure his trust. And I don't think you're a bad guy overall. You're shrewd. You're smart. But it's too early to go rest. Just hang on. Well, it's hostile because you made it so. You want to contradict me in every turn. Loan me a few money. Why on earth would I want to do that? But you know, just in case. Just to train the troops faster. Pikes, bows, arrows, swords, spears. The variety of weapons in the field were staggering. My levies brought what they could, of whatever size they thought best. With a standardized arsenal, my wife assures me that it would be better able to fight as one. Just don't make me wear the same rags as the lowest footman. So that increases the levy size for 5 years. That's what we're doing, trying to have military reforms. Oh yeah, I promised you. Since you were one of the best commanders this country's ever seen. He'll be mad if I get rid of it. But put her in. I'll just say, I rule the Gupta Empire here. You will still serve me as commander, no matter what. You're of the old guard that helped save the country. Ah, yes. You'll be more happy that I'll be there. So, you've lost. Actually, no, you won. Well, what the hell did you win? That part? That's what you won? Huh. How long lived the Maharaj? Clearly a bad person. Plus, I need that karma. Oh, I'm trying to get rid of cruelty. And get rid of Rolf too. Lack of self-control. When the peasant leaders presented me a petition to improve their life's conditions in Sasaram, I tried to refute the reasoning. While starting to feel the embers inside my chest getting hotter, I did not agree with them. My vision started to darken and led all my wrath escaping a tired of insults to send everyone in the room aback. Patience is for the weak. Good. Reports about the highway robbers are getting more frequent. Sending caravans will be more complicated. Well, we ain't got no caravans, so we'll hire additional guards. Where? Smallpox. Oh, that's all the way over there. I don't think it'll get here. So I need some intrigue just to protect myself. Teach me about intrigue. So, I'm no longer a patient person, but rough. Oh, that's not good. So I have better things to do with my time. If I had patience again, I'll be willing to do that. Another strong basilisk. The brethren of the coast. My resourceful spy master is a true box of surprises. According to the latest suggestions, the condition... easy for me to say. The conditions are in place for the organization of a band of pirates to raid foreign vessels and for me to gain an interesting new source of income in the process. Ariane, good. Guarantees will not help me with the process. Well, I have the stewardship skill and the education. Not a master schemer. I'm ruffle and cruel. And diligent. Oh yeah, big chance. But also, the spy master also influenced the same traits. You just might do. Interesting idea. What do you got? Not much. I'll find a place for you. Just stick around. There might be of some use to you in the future. Mm-hmm. Got rid of that highway robber band. My wife asked me to buy her new clothes because of the pregnancy. She has outgrown most of her wardrobe and now she feels frustrated for not having anything nice to wear. Nurse needs to make an appearance at court. You don't need new clothes. As I said, I can't do that. Don't have the temperance nor the patience anymore. I'm likely to screw it up. Ask again later. Just needs to have some familiar faces around here. I was just looking at, like, what time is it? Well, it ain't winter yet. Cause I need to go out on that tiger hunt. While browsing merchandise at a local market fair, I come across a young sweet beggar girl. Her plight moves my heart, and I wish I could help her everywhere I can. So, for a year? For 2 years. Huh. Hire her as a servant girl. She'll be better off this way. Success! My piracy operation's up and running with a couple of vessels scheduled to set sail soon. Fortunately, everything went well with the organization effort, and my spy master stands to be commended by his efforts. Now it's time for me to wait to plunder, so... Oh dear, we sanctioned piracy. Yipe. That is a very un-Buddhist-like conduct that I am doing. I mean, I came up with a piracy operation, but I'm no pirate lord. But however... So we got a new source of revenue. Piracy. Well, let's try a smuggler operation. Another source of revenue. Due to the fact of lacking coastal provinces in my domain, being just or being kind, can't run a piracy. Okay, never mind then. Much better off with a smuggler operation anyhow. Plus, we don't live anywhere near the coast. We live here. Unless I have one in my domain. If I had a little more control, I would go for Gujarat because of convenience. Yeah, I could see that. You know, it's a bit disease-ridden. I could see that happening. People will get mad at me for it. The unbeliever is brought before me to be sentenced. He refuses to repent and change from his erroneous ways. Ha! It is amazing that there are people who do not believe in the Buddhist faith. He is corrupted, but he could still be purified without being executed. Here's my chance of being kind, because I need to get rid of Cruel. Spare him. I guess it would say, didn't the Buddha teach us to be merciful? My tutor abstained to discuss court. I have attained a method of talking to people that would help me in ruling. Quite fruitful. Social life at the camp is an important part of tiger hunt. Late at night, after many cups of wine, I sit and talk in the small hours, but the misunderstanding occurs so easily among the inebriated. I hate you. Just that man from Varanasi. He's my rival now. I don't think it was wise to rival a guy who has an intrigue education. Did you see that? Oh, the cruel trait went away because there were too many traits, so... I got it, so therefore you got your karma up. Now learn to reject hate. Learn to reject the poison that hate and anger brings to the mind. And then once you're rid of that, then you'll be a much better person than before. Hopefully. And maybe those vassals would start respecting me a little bit more. Not much, but it'll do for a time. Gonna need you to put to work. Start swaying and improve relations. We don't want another revolt here, you know? Because that would cause many, many more problems. We have yet to kill a tiger. The last 3 rulers never killed tigers themselves. Servant comes to me in panic, says there's an intruder in my home. The thieves most likely after my goods. What are they after? Lumber? Because that's all we got here. Just piles of lumber. I have nothing worth to lose. Told you. I ain't gonna go out there and risk my life. We got lots of lumber. I mean, don't you see? Look here. Looketh here. Woodcutter's lodge. Woodcutter's lodge. And sometimes steel. In fact, I think we're long overdue to go find a new resource. So there's no point to do that. Huh. Hey, I know you've been in prison for long, but it's time for you to pay up. We'll know what to do. Time to go look for a resource. And also, I got a son. But hey, at least I did not get any genetic traits, both good or bad. Neither, just normal. But I wouldn't name him after my father. Think. Thinking. Anything that does not have Narayan on it, because that is a Hindu name. But we're Buddhists now. So think of something that does not have the suffix Narayan there. Even though Narayan is all over Bengali culture. I was about to say Dev Singh, but now, oh, it's the other way. It's, Rambhadra Singh Dev. That's a long name. I wouldn't go for it yet. Padma Singh. Even though Padma sounds a bit feminine, but honestly, that word means lotus. So. And Singh usually means lion. At least that's from the Punjabi culture as far as I know. But let's try this for an interesting name. Padma Singh. Padma Singh Gupta. Rajkumar Padma Singh. I was thinking of something with a Singh at the end. Usually most people of a Punjabi origin, especially if they're of a Sikh culture, Sikh religion, they usually ended with Singh. Student of strategy. I should be changing that focus now, as there's no need for it, as we're just basically laying down our arms. And plus, I need to get rid of the stress before it gets to me. And I don't plan on picking up the strategist lifestyle. Think. Well, since you are concerned about how to get cultural advances faster, and if you want to have Imperial administration, which is something that my mother wasn't able to do for long, but I think we should just do this whole thing again. Build an observatory. Hey, Guru Dev, you still there? Yeah. Yeah, he is. Because, you know, since you're my court guru, your job is supposed to help me get rid of those bad traits much faster. After months of planning the whole smuggler operation and contacting shady individuals, Jerry Narayan reported the smuggler's operation is operation abroad. Good, another source of revenue. Excellent. Very large smuggler operation, even better. We're rich! But the influence is starting to come back up, so... Let me see. Because I would like to go to the market and get some stones. That's what we're missing. But the better question is, who's got some stones? And I don't mean, you know... looking at it here locally. Actually, there's an easier way. Alright, in this room, who's got stone? You? You got stone? Stuck. Okay. One of these people. Or members of the Trade League, or whatever reason. You member of the Trade League? Yes, sir. You got stones? Critter stones. So remember, you lose 75 assets as compared to going 100 just to go to the market. And yet, you want to build that warehouse. And sometimes when you go to the market to buy goods, sometimes they might not be offering any stones. So, and I have to pay an extra 75 assets, which is determined by the society's influence if the offer is accepted. So, just remember, ask to purchase crate of stones. Hey, since we make a lot of fortune here, the Silk Road money and very large smuggler operation, well, I'm gonna offer him above market value. I'm gonna give him a lot of money. He'll definitely buy it. I received your offer, my crate of stones and wanting. I'm sorry, I've refused to trade. Ah, come on, man. I know I can't steal it from you. Unless I'm going to be that kind of person, if I had a high intrigue skill, where it's like, well, why don't we just kidnap and take it all from you? But I don't know if that works. There are others out there, so we kind of wasted our time. So, he didn't buy it. Remember, next year, go to the market and get the stones. Try not to, you know. You got it. Bogomilists in Bulgaria. What the hell? A heresiarch by the name of Bogomil, which may not be even his true name, has appeared in the province of Kosovo, capitalizing on the anger of locals following their conversion from pagan ways. His teachings of a heresy seem to combine the Christian faith. The combination of Gnostic dualism and anti-church sentiment has caught on extremely quickly in both Kosovo and the surrounding areas, presenting a challenge to the Khan Razdat of Bulgaria's rule. As well as the authority of the iconoclast faith, some believe that this Bogomil has reached the court of Khan Razdat and that he might be considered conversion to these heretical beliefs. I see. That's none of my business. Bogomils in Bulgaria? Egads, there are Bogomils. Police. Also, what Kosovo? I don't see no Kosovo. Are you referring to Turnovo? University of Sponsoring has sent me a wonderfully illuminated book. Thanks for support. A book on astronomical tables. Where is it? It starts with the book of... Here you are. The Book of Astronomical Tables is a major work of the Arab astronomer Al-Batani. It is largely based on Ptolemy's theory and other Greco-Syriac sources and shows little Indian or Persian influence. I like to think myself as a magnanimous person, but I have started to feel uneasy when talking to servants. The courtiers does not find it fitting for a Samrat to consort with the servants. I like how there's a choice that says, to hell with them! But I could lose gregarious. Or become deceitful. Which, you know, deceitful is a positive trait for the Great Trade League. And I kind of need some of that intrigue, but you know, what the courtiers don't know, they don't. They're going for another subjugation war. Let me raise him personally. He is my son after all. Observatory's complete. Just let me try to get rid of that lawful trait. Another strong vassal. As long as we can get rid of that lawful trait, I'm going to seek the rest. And I hope that that the Marshal can do well with his work as regent. Any other volatile provinces? This one's restless. Prove upon that. Is that smallpox? Yo, that's a big one. You know what? Since we have this amount of money. Oh yeah, don't forget the libraries. But you've got to have construction. Isn't there a technology? But no. Construction is 3. None of them are 3 there. Fast. Fast. I like it to say, but so it's gonna be a little bit longer. But remember, you're about to be spending so. Oh my goodness! Look at that monthly balance. Ever since we introduced that smuggler operation. Oh, it's definitely coming here. It's coming across the Ganga. Kinda need that karma, but I'll just say nothing that the Great Trade cannot handle. Okay, yeah, it's definitely coming here. I'll go to the market real quick, see if I can get some stones. The sky is clear and my purse is full. A man servants prepared a cart for me with a strong horse to transporting goods I might buy or sell. Let's head for the market. The market is lively and ready for business. Are you buying or selling? Buying. There's a lot of shops, but not enough time to browse them all. I'm more interested in buying the treasures from the depths of the earth, the riches harvested and sold, the gifts from the hunt, and livestock, or the results of the work of artisans. Treasures like stone, steel, gems, silver, and gold. A dusty and smoky part of the market. Stone cutters, miners, gems cutters. These men transform simple stones into the foundation of a wars and economy. A lot of money could be found here. All I need is stones, and so we can build that warehouse to store our goods in there. Alright, let's start building this warehouse. Some goods can make it faster and cheaper, you know. We have several options to start with. We can rent the building to store our goods, which would be simple and cheap, but we wouldn't own or know the building. On the other, we could build it from the ground up. If we have the proper goods, it could even be fairly cheap. Build my own warehouse. We got the goods. I was gonna seek some rest, but that smallpox is really Deadly disease. And Mugget cannot stand a chance for a disease like that one. If I had my druthers, I would get that up. The architect laid down a basic blueprint with a list of materials needed to build a warehouse. If I am missing materials, he will have some delivered by his partners. I have everything ready. We've got the two of them. Yeah, get to building while I'm going to be in seclusion. Not there yet. But it's a-coming. And these vassals are not going to look at me more positively. Because I'm what I'm about to do. Still not here yet. The disease is still there. But there's a little resistance for that. My wife's taken it upon herself to ensure that the levies of my realm are drilled and trained regularly. As a result, I have more able-bodied men ready to serve under my command than ever before. Oh, Chancellor! Oh, he's in seclusion, so it doesn't matter. Quantity has a quality of its own. Peace of Brahma. There are those who say, according to the Buddha Vakana, the scripture, Brahma wants all peoples to be at peace with one another, but is that just mere idealism? Can't true peace under the wisdom and benevolence of Brahma can never be accomplished? Brahma is not the opposite of kind. Is it? No, that's patient is the opposite of So, just say love and peace. Indeed, we're all brothers and sisters. Perhaps not to everybody. Actually, inactive because I'm not Iranian. So, providing no effect. Is that all for nothing? Well, it's just from that side of the family. It's inactive because we're not Iranians. Oh my goodness. My wife's been drilling the commanders of the realm all day and instructed them the arts of war. They've appeared to learn something from her. Excellent. Including herself. 20. Didn't even have a chance to sway him. We're being surrounded. My warehouse is completed and my goods and will now be stored in there's a possibility to improve with luxury goods. We have steel, so oh, actually, no, it still doesn't work. If you got gold, you can make golden armor, incense to give mysterious feeling, silk to make banners representing great houses, or line up the office walls of bookshelves. Well, don't upgrade then. Why do I get the impression that it stopped short of here? Yipe. Where did it start? Wallaby. That's gotta be in Gujarat, isn't it? Yeah, it started here in Gujarat and it spread far and wide. It's here. Shut the gate. As much as I want to get rid of stress, but it's not to be. And in the meantime, friend, take care of this. Because I'm going to take shelter. And as for you, well, it hasn't come to you yet, so hopefully you'll be alright. You just go away while I'm gone. Put a bounty on him. I know I can't get rid of him, but this is just a way of saying a final FU before we have to shut the gates. And pick up Craven later on, I assume. Great. Now we got a new epidemic that's kinda muggered, but this one is far more widespread and deadlier, which is smallpox. And we just did not have the resistance for it. Just when I was gonna go out to rest. Actually, I can. Because I fear that if I remain here, that stress is probably going to kill me later on. Because I do not have the health benefits other than formidable fighter. But I don't want to die of a sudden, severe stress. I hope you get well soon. As soon as the second child is born, I'm going to go out and rest. Despite the fact I'm in seclusion. Does that mean just go out in some isolated countryside in a jungle where there's nobody around? Where the disease can't get me? Is that even wise? I thought I switched away from that war focus, but apparently I'm slowly becoming a strategist. Born sickly. Hari Singh. Good. Didn't want to hear him ever again. The man who rebelled against us. Oh yeah, you're the drunken court physician who is renowned. Please save my son. Oh, here's the problem still. Still have that Roth trait. Of course, chance to improve is a relevant stat depending on his learning. I mean, my learning is pretty good, but the Roth trait may hinder it. But, you know what, I'll give it a shot. Do teach me about philosophy. Brahma be praised for our good fortune. My son will live. But you know what? This is probably going to be the dumbest thing I'll ever do. In a sense of, listen, the gates are closed. But I just can't help resist. I'm a young man in prime of my life. Now I'm going to go move to a calm place. Delegate the responsibility of running the country to one of my courtiers and rest a little till the stress subsides. And you are just the man for the job. There's not a single bad thing about you except maybe deceitful, but that's because that's just who you are. And also you are a member of the wheel of life and death. Interesting things you get there. But they call you the brave. It's like, yes, I'm aware there's an epidemic out there, but I need to go outside. Will remain seclusion of the court, but I'm going out to the countryside. Everybody stay in there. And I'll be sure not to interact with anyone. Unless I'm going to Mudgagiri, where the disease has not reached that area yet. And of course, the major flaw that I'm currently learning and going out to rest and... Who spread these rumors about me? Yeah, skills are really going down, but ain't no one gonna get me or find me out here. They'll be fine. Just use the money. I'm not using assets anymore. For the time being. That reminds me. Trader's warehouse. Turn it into a guarded warehouse. Or guards. Lately, Samrajni has been showing symptoms of the illness, but you know, she's been having chest pains lately. Surely we're in no danger, it's just she's had chest pains for a while. Don't get too paranoid. And Mugget has become a restless province. Move it back here. There. Volatile now. Okay, you know what? There. That'll deal with these stability issues for a while. Is this how far it's gonna spread? Yeah, I guess this is how far it's gonna go. Wow. It's going to take a while to get up there. While I'm just resting in the countryside, hopefully have an event that'll get rid of stress. My rest and retreat did wonders to my mind, and now I feel relaxed and at peace in the world within myself. Time to return to my duties. And now it's just a way of saying, hey, I'm back. And they were like, well, why did you not stay with us? And how did you not get sick? I'm like, hey, don't worry. I know certain places where I could go and meditate, you know? But try to learn to reject hate. Hate has no place in this world. Not in this century, not in any other time. Ever. My issues with a certain somebody were things of the past. And hey, Father, how are you? 70 years old? You walk around naked? Now, Liz, I'm surprised you haven't retired from monkhood, because you should be doing that. Lately, I've been engaging with long philosophical conversations with Vasudeva, my court guru. Been discussing Buddhism and how I could become the master over my desires and weaknesses and eliminate sorry calls in my soul. Oh, it's no use. I hadn't got rid of diligence, thank goodness. Gotta thank Brahma for that. You did it. Well done. You took Rajputana. Well, Gujarat still wants Malwa. And I want Gujarat in the future. My creative spy master wants me to find dirt on my guru. No, I am above these tricks. You got enough karma to start your, subjugation war. picking up your martial skills. Kachani and Madan Paul are still alive. Yeah, the old guard, as we call them. They're still around. But more importantly, her. She hasn't picked up any, but if she can get over her chest pains, good. Gotta create a steel ingots. Wait a minute. No. You're not at that rank yet at the Trade League. Despite the market crash, it seems they're doing very well here. Yet to get another mission, but we'll be sure to wait for it. The book is composed. Everyone knows I've spent years directing the work on my book, when today I'm presented with the final product. Legends of the Gupta. I scratch my chin, almost surprised that the work has finally been finished. Legends of the Gupta. Let's see. Legends. There it is. Legends of the Gupta. It's quality too. A Samrat must do all in his power to highlight the glories of his house. This tome sets a great standard. It's a bit underwhelming, but it makes people of the dynasty respect you a bit more. Camp fever broke out here, but hopefully it does not come up here. Prosperity hasn't died off yet here. These cats! Yeah, I figured. As I inspect one of my castles, I notice an oddly large crossbow mounted on its highest tower. Asking one of the guards, they found that my wife's ordered it installed in order to provide a castle with improved defenses against any attacker. How thoughtful. Here in Mugget, for the next 10 years, we have a gigantic crossbow, which will have a bit more monthly prestige gained and added up to the siege defense in case there's a rebellion here, or something worse. A star is born. Thanks to his good relations, spouse recently, the chancellor came to me with an idea to project my spouse's image in foreign courts and among my vassals. Given the position of the court, the effect could be dramatic if my spouse has what it takes to be in the spotlight. Let me see. So, it proceeds into a magnificent ball that is being organized, for which I'm now charged. The results of the ball define what my spouse's diplomacy will increase, how much state diplomacy will increase too. While nothing is guaranteed, giving away my chances preparing the terrain, get ready for some critical changes. Traits of my spouse influence the outcome of this idea. Let me see. She is not kind, not charitable, nor temperate, not even diligent, or even a socializer. Not trusting, not gregarious. Oh, she is just. Okay, there's one for you. No diplomacy, education. She is groomed. She is not proud. But she is not envious nor rough. She's a bit paranoid, so not wary, not arbitrary, nor greedy, nor oh, she's a bit shy. Oh, I don't know. I don't know, because if I do that, I mean, yeah, my diplomacy will be going down for permanently, just to say overshadowed by spouse. As good as she is, as she loves me, I'll just say I'm not going to be outshined by my spouse. No, I can't do that. She may have done a lot of good work in the military reforms, but I'm not going to be outshined by her. The disease will soon be cleared, but it's got some time to go. teach me a little more about diplomacy. Just give it another try. I'll try to get rid of Roth as soon as I can. If not, gotta find ways to be patient. I'll be a little merciful, but hang on. Oh, you useless lot. Thank you very much, even though it would be considered chump change. It's just her old chest pains. Calm down, will you? And the prosperity did not decline. But it's volatile province here. So you get a tax break here. Varanasi is also home to the gigantic crossbow. I've always enjoyed a cadre of personal guard to protect my person. But recently, Samraj Vijayanavati, again a Sami's name, not familiar with Samis. She has proven her loyalty and determination to be the best of them. Indeed, just the other day, she stopped a would-be assassin from entering the palace grounds. Well done, I feel safer already. Now I have Imperial bodyguards. Thanks to her. We could discover a bit of plot better, but now whoever tries to assassinate me, well, good luck with that. I know there are people out there that hold a grudge against me. This is why I made her a commander, to be part of the Imperial Guard. So. I told you I will not be outshined by her. There's still other uses. So have a group of elite and exceptionally trained bodyguards to keep them safe. In other words, Rudranarayan, the Samrat of the Gupta Empire, has his own secret service. Elite and exceptionally trained and all that. I am paying a visit to an acquaintance of mine. Again, I'm going out of the countryside again. Who nearly died in an accident when he was a young man. It was in fact unconscious for a week before he slowly recovered. He said that during that week he actually had a glimpse of the afterlife, and he said it looked like a quiet and peaceful beach full of bright sunshine. The experience moved him greatly. Perhaps that's what the afterlife will be. We will see for sure one day. Still booming. Gates will be opened soon. There we go. Alrighty. Now I can get to some real work. And I'll wait for another mission. Has Gujarat finished their war? If I was a Jain, I would definitely help him out, but this is gonna hinder it. Oh, they want this part. It's been a while since we dealt with the Abbasids. But again, if you start a holy war, that's gonna cost you some karma. A lot. 250 of it. Or alternatively, fight in a minor holy war, which does not involve, you know, this of any nearby forces, but perhaps we should look at this. Because this Sultanate has become a bit of an issue. Right? So who's got that title claimant for areas like there or in these areas? Like this Amir here. Because those are some of the useful things. No, nobody's landed around there other than himself, who resides all the way heck over there, so it ain't gonna happen. Actually, there's one. This man here. Oh, it's a sheikdom, not the whole deal. That's for over there. But no, we need something big. Subjugate first, holy war later. Let's wait for Gujarat to finish their war over there. As that man is, well, insane. And with that huge amount of money that we have received as of late, we should increase that retinue size just to prevent any more rebellions, knowing that there's some unruly vassals out there. Especially those that want to lower the crown authority. Because I'd like to see it increase from 2,000 to 5,000. A little more. Okay, 4,000 will do. It's about as much as we can afford. In fact, we nearly spent it all. Got a little more, but I think 4,000 is ideal. Just basically double it. Hey, get that off. Yeah, having more pikemen would definitely ensure to keep away from ravens and all that. Here's my chance to be kind. Or not. Don't mind these sounds you hear in the distance if the mic picks it up, because it's just going down the street, just like that. Alright. What's your issue? I got an idea. As I said, an idea. Because remember, we still want to expand to down there. Because one of these men, 160, 142, you. I mean, I can land you somewhere. I just thought of something. Because if we want to go down there. These are all the smaller areas. But be aware that there's a disease there. Here's an idea. What we need to do is to send our forces to be stationed over there, then attempt to arrest her, even though this will likely not succeed. Yeah, the old guard. But you're under house arrest. How did you? She is a burglar. She's under house arrest. I don't need to become cruel again. Don't do that. There's something screwy going around here. Mala. Okay. In position. Whatever makes you happy, I guess. If you're chill to get a list, have fun with it. At least it'll make it look positive. Yeah. She won't end up lot, but... There. This was to be expected. But we can start besieging that area. And then we'll take care of all that. We don't need to send our... Don't need to send some of them. Plus she's in seclusion. We could get her out of there. We'll be getting 50 soldiers a month. Alright. Ignorance conquered. Every little bit helps. Yeah. Good. Now, how about over there? That area is volatile. They will release Soul Prisoner. Inherited from my rival, died of that disease. Okay, I got a land for you. Since we're gonna claim Vangas soon. High demand for ivory. Ivory? Where on earth can I get some ivory? I mean, you could get off the market, but that's expensive. We probably want to save up for that. Saptagrama that I've just acquired. Home of... Wait, what resource does it have? Ah, just meat. This one here... Aha! Ivory! But that's owned by a local vassal. Damn! There's a gold mine down there. Yeah, not much in the way of looking for resources. Well, then there's one there. Oh, here's an idea. You remember that minor holy war that we have considered? Minor holy war for Gledno. Yes, just get the sheikdom so we can get that ivory off of that land so I don't have to spend money for it. Well, there you go. Alright, we'll commit this war. The South can wait. Although they have considerably gained some strength as of late, but it's not going to be an easy fight, as we've sent our retinue this way to deal with this one, so go after that way. You got it! But remember, it's a minor holy war. It's just me and you, and nobody else. No interference. We're doing this minor holy war. It doesn't cost you any piety, which we're using that for future subjugation against Gujarat. What this will do, but it's going to be a long way to get them assembled. So the meeting place will be at Vikramapura. Bring everybody over, whether they like it or not. Sure. These are all cities. Now it's a modest smuggler. And it just declined big time. I've always wanted to be kind, but I'll just say life is too short for hate. It's about time that I change my ways. It does not get rid of rock, but... So yes. We're gonna fight together. Doesn't matter, you're a retinue. You could deal with them. Steel ingots? Yeah, I'm not using them anytime soon, so it's a deal. A serious setback. While overseeing a particular important shipment of stolen goods, abroad, my smugglers were ambushed and my smuggler had to fight for his life. Unfortunately, the cargo was lost. Spymaster got wounded. Captured more territory. More steel ingots. Guards. A group of wandering Buddhist monks have come to visit the province. They are staging impressive shows of acrobatic unarmed fighting techniques in the villages. Those guys are fast as lightning. Okay, getting fatigued here. There's no disease around here. Eat spicy food to remedy the fatigue. That ain't gonna work. What's the matter with you? Get up there. Also, I just noticed they got a new rule over there. What happened? Just died last month. Now they got way more troops because events spawned and they hired some mercenaries. A little more than we bargained for. Just take a few holdings and you'll win. Actually, siege there, and then send a few, split them up in particular. There goes mother-in-law. Are you gonna win this or not? Did I really want to jinx myself for this? Sure. If I'm gonna die, then I'm gonna die a fool. Thank you. That gets rid of the fatigue. There's only 2 holdings here. In fact, that's why the supply limit is terrible. It's a very bad place to hold when I take personal control of it, only just to get ivory from there. Just sometimes it's a price to pay. Play with me. Just stick with me. Just the best. I'll finish it. And there goes father-in-law as well. And now the long arduous march to get to here. You're going to prison. And we'll give away this land to the guy who has a claim for Vanga. We'll deal with that later. Split. Head this way. We'll be on this side of the Indus should they try to come over here. Wait, who's coming? Oh, the ones who can move the fastest. I mean, it's the coordinator. You could save our skin for this. We got an awful lot of heavy infantry leaders. Even brought Samrajani out because I want to see what she can do, despite the fact that she still suffers from chest pains. I mean, you're of the Imperial Guard. Which again, it's part of the Bamakmi Sultanate, which, what are you at war for? For Maur. Right. And they're about to subjugate what's going to be Mala. Wasn't there another man who has the... Well, that other man is me, with the organizer. And you know they'll take a river crossing penalty because of this. Two, one. There we go. Now, battle will begin on the 9th of November. If you can move these big body troops, you'll be there on the 10th. And we will have a very good chance of defeating them here. And they're not the army of the Abbasids, but they're bigger armies still yet to come. They got a long trek ahead of them. Unless they learn how to figure out how to use boats for transport to move up to there. But it would be ideal for them to come over here, because that would definitely bolster our defense. Knowing that we do not have the numbers to take on the Abbasids. I mean, we do, but the retinue's our best bet, including our skills and talent of battle. Makes no war score difference, but definitely up for the prestige and the karma. Did you get any? Because keep in mind, I'm a distinguished commander. Win a couple more battles and then that would definitely make me look good. And father is out there, even though he's the one who walks naked. He's never killed a man before, but he's lived a very long life, and he would like to see his service, continue on like that. And I guess we'll stick together here. So come on, make them move faster. Until a decisive battle comes. Don't take the objective just yet. There's only 2 holdings here, which is fine. But if they do come over here en masse, then we may have bigger problems. No, not right now. May use that money for mercenaries, potentially. Believe to convince the Maharaj of the Singha of the Kalachuri kingdom, that's Koshala, to permit me the meeting for the entirety of the Glory faction. If you allow, I'll attempt to gain their favor on their behalf, though I, of course, cannot guarantee success. I know they're opposed, but we can be further improved upon by winning battles and wars. Then maybe, just maybe. We'll be friends in this one. Meeting with the faction went well. With any luck, things should be a little easier now. Good. Now it's neutral. They're gonna start to come around. In Mithila, spices plantation. That's gotta be expensive. Oh man. Yeah. Ich. Damn. Pouch of spices as a trade good is very good to have. But I wish to promote. Yeah. There's 2 ways to get loans. You ask for a loan of 100 by using your assets, and the alternative is to use these loans, but you would be paying them at an interest rate. Get to work! So that's just take a large loan and go to the market just this once. Go to market to sell some lumber. Okay then, I'll ask for a loan then from the trade league. Then you're good. You better start ransoming them right now. Damn my 7th grandfather. Might as well damn my own grandfather for this. Oh no, you stay there. We must be here. Here comes that retinue finally. Just to reinforce. Knowing that we'll be fighting the defensive battle sooner or later. Because there's no sign of the Abbasid army. Try to improve it a bit more. Get to work on the siege. I know it's a little much, but just take the bloody objective. Eh. It's costly. But it'll be worth it, I hope. Get away from there. There it is. That's first of their forces, but I don't know if we want to advance because you have no idea how many are there. We could engage them right now. Good here. We have no clue how many are out there. Be careful. We're always careful. Get back. Now, you may take an objective, but occupying a few more wouldn't hurt. There's room for all of us. Come on. Move on. Don't be afraid. Actually, there is something to be afraid. And coming. Crud. Just as when we were about to take fully eject. You know what? Just assault and then move on. Regarding my smug operation, I was informed that a stolen cargo worth a fortune is waiting to be transferred to be sold to a third party as soon as possible. Unfortunately, my spy has to take care of these matters, so I'm the one that can lead the whole mission. There are rumors of foreign operations to catch us. Here's another thing. We need money. It's going to help with the morale of armies. There's no way we can defeat an army of that size without further, you know, so coming across a major river. It's gonna beat them greatly. Don't have either of these educations, but give it a try. Get a second loan. Damn it. Move! Got a lack of funds. Yep, they're definitely committed. Including that army that we just defeated as it's going in the other direction. With our combined strength, this will beat them, but once we're reinforced, we should be in a good position for this. I'm the one with a narrow flank, so I should be on the right flank, the old position of honor, as they would say. And the flanker on this end. And Kanchani, another one of the old guard. She's a trickster, but also a coordinator, which can retreat more efficiently if need be. Land this one. And that. My wife will be there sooner or later, even though it's going to take a bit longer to get there. Battle will begin on the 22nd. They'll be there on the 25th, then another few days. When the battle will be at its most tense, that's when it'll be here. $16,000 of them. And we're already engaged in combat. This is the best one that they threw at us. Who's out here? A military tutor. Master of tactics. We shall see about that as they cross the Indus into Silverstone. Reinforcements will arrive on the 4th of September. The Defeating a large army will make a big war score difference. .86% war score now. Migrants and Gaia are organizing raids in our province, destabilize the economy, causing much destruction. Raids? Migrations? I don't recall seeing any migrants at all. Apparently there's a large migration in Gaia. Oh, that means that could affect me directly with them here. But you're the one who causes the, you know, the migration policy. It's your responsibility. Although you're using forced labor. Some Pajari you are. Usually migrants is due to somebody that there's a foreign culture nearby, but it doesn't look like that'll be the case. It just happens. We have full control of the objective. Now, let's just take a few more. Now that everybody's here. Masterful deceit. My mission to sell the stolen cargo ran very well until we delivered goods to our foreign associates. Unfortunately, there was a misunderstanding about the payment we should receive, and I was not aware of my associate's scheme to take advantage of my error. In the end, we came away empty-handed. A huge liability I had. Solidly invested my money in such a valuable stolen cargo. Blast! Assault, and defeat this army. War score will tick up anyhow. Okay, we got it. No need for that. There still better be ivory in there. It is. So, yeah, we should do these kinds of wars. For minor holy wars at a neighboring province that has a good trade good, just to help us out a bit. Since we've got this good amount of karma, I'm willing to do that. It'll hurt my prestige, which, what prestige is there to begin with? Lower it. Because that's another issue we've been having. This Imperial decay is causing not so much levy contributions, and it hurts the morale of the armies. And a bit of that plot power defense. It makes me vulnerable. It is now 8. And you could do it again in 5 years. If you have the prestige, that is. So now, there you go. Some improvement. We got loans to pay off. Again with you. So we'll end that episode on that note. And then soon we will turn our attention southward. Really killed off the manpower, but once it's full, then we'll be in a good position to start the next conflict, which is something we will only use our retinue with, which in that case, head over there to prepare for the next war. And then in the next episode, subjugate Gujarat. Although we won't get all of it, but just the Gujarat part, and then take these areas back, if need be. So, as they say, we still got a lot of work to do, as I'm still relatively young, and haven't really advanced much in the trading. But just wait till I get that crate of ivory from this area, which is, oh boy, stacking up here. Unrest from holy wars, which how long would that last? 20 years. Recently acquired, it's a rebellious province. Very corrupt. Might as well put a crown focus on there. It's an unruly territory now that we'll have to deal with some time. So until then, so long for now.